Pada tahun 1974, Paulette Barnes, seorang kerani berkulit hitam, dibuang kerja disebabkan oleh satu insiden yang terjadi at her workplace. This begs the question, what happened sampai dia kena buang kerja? Turns out what happened was his supervisor macam ada nakkan sesuatu daripada dia, and unfortunately this something turned out to be benda yang very, how do I say this, 18 plus. Barnes sangat-sangat tak selesa disebabkan sexual advances being thrown at her from her supervisor, dan disebabkan her boss is a sore loser yang tak puas hati with the fact that she refused his advances, Barnes dibuang kerja. I think it's a very normal human reaction bila Barnes tak puas hati. So what happened afterwards is they brought the whole thing ke mahkamah, and the rest is history. A certain term was never really used sampailah 1 year later, and many people agreed that this case adalah considered to be the first ever case of sexual harassment to ever be brought to light. Kenapa aku senyum? What the hell? So, apa benda sexual harassment ni? Sexual harassment pada asalnya adalah a term yang diguna pakai hanya untuk kes-kes yang melibatkan gangguan seksual di tempat kerja dan boleh dikategorikan dalam dua bentuk. Quid pro quo sexual harassment adalah jenis gangguan seksual di mana seseorang tu terpaksa melalui situasi berbau seksual in order to further their career, be it to secure an employment, kenaikan gaji, job benefits dan kenaikan pangkat. Jenis sexual harassment yang kedua pula adalah hostile work environment, di mana employees had to endure an offensive and unsafe work environment, which usually akan memberi impact kepada work performance, security dan juga productivity in the long run. But in time, the term sexual harassment starts to branch out to a wider, broader sense of perspective dan mula diguna pakai untuk gangguan seksual yang not only applicable untuk work environment only, and today any form of sexual harassment is referred to as, well, social pula dah, sexual harassment. Facts aside, now it's time to actually start talking about this thing as a conversation between me and you and everyone else. I know it's rich coming from me considering nama channel ni adalah Vulgarist, in which kalau korang cari definition dia bila translate ke bahasa Melayu dia jadi pelucah. On a side note, I should make a video for that later on, I think. Tak menyesal aku ambil nama ni. But you'd probably be surprised to know that despite the amount of inappropriate jokes I make and the ones I will make in the future on this channel, yeah, I do not condone sexual harassment. I'm still learning, but I'll share what I think at this point of my life as a certified vulgarist. So like, fun fact, the weirdest compliment I've ever gotten from a girl is, "You are the most polite pervert I've ever met." So like, yeah. Yo, okay, this is me from the future. Aku nak interrupt aku punya own video sekejap sebab I have something yang aku terdapat. I received something in my mail the other day. Mail. And aku terpaksa like redo every single part yang aku dah record sebab apa. Okay, here's the reason. Guys, I have something to share with you. Tapi kena jangan cakap ke orang, okay? Oh, I have hands. I mean, aku pernah ada tangan, but aku memang ada tangan pun, tapi I can use my hands. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm having too much fun with this. That's it. Okay, back to the video. There's like this very blurry line di mana aku rasa some things are okay and some things are definitely not. Discussion hari ini kita kena differentiate apa yang okay, apa yang tak, at least from my perspective. So let's just start with the things yang we should not do. First of all, sexual harassment kat tempat kerja kita dah establish awal-awal is a no. Be professional. If you are interested in someone at work, do all the flirting outside of work. And even that does not include anything yang sexual lah. So sexual harassment kat tempat kerja definitely no. Actually, just don't harass anyone in any situation. Tolong, jangan. For some reason, orang kita masih tak nak educate themselves on apa benda yang actually harmful and what is still acceptable. Let's start with benda yang paling obvious. Rape jokes. Lawak rugol is a very bad thing to do. There are situations yang a bit susah nak make out whether if it's appropriate or not. Tapi most of the time, this requires really heavy context. Sebab that context is probably something like gaming. Oh, mic aku. Okay, like korang tahu kan, main game dengan kawan sama team, lepas tu aim seorang enemy on the other side and you go like, okay, let's gangbang this solo farming carry at bot lane. But that's about it. Even with that context, personally, I won't be okay about saying benda macam tu, especially if I have like a girl on my team. It won't be comfortable to do that. But it's kinda devolved into a game term, so I guess that's okay, I guess. But in real life, never make rape jokes. Just don't.
Don't do it. It's time to stop.
One other obvious thing is, of course, physical stuff. Jangan pegang-pegang, okay? Jangan pegang-pegang, okay? Only do that with your partner. Itu pun you have to discuss with your partner that what is okay and what is not. Sebab personally, I believe that even kalau korang dah kahwin pun, there are boundaries. Lain lah kalau macam partner korang jenis yang memang dah communicate awal-awal. And like, oh, you can do whatever you want with me. Kinky. But yeah, communicate with your partner about your boundaries, about what makes a healthy relationship. But bila it's not your own partner, worse yet, strangers, or maybe level relationship korang adalah something like colleague tempat kerja, just don't do it. Don't be an ass about that.
Stop.
Next on the list is catcalling. It's just so disrespectful. Catcalling ni tahu tak macam bila some guys tengok perempuan jalan in public and some sampah masyarakat in a group would be like, shh, whoa, cantiknya, feet. Why did I make that voice? What the hell? Okay, yeah, don't do that as well. Bila aku tengok orang macam tu, aku automatically associate them macam orang yang rendah IQ. Okay, kena minum susu MindQ Connect.
Kini dengan MindQ Connect, ada connect dan 2 kali lebih connect.
Not get a girl, do it with finesse, okay? Finesse, style, and elegance. Catcalling is a loser's method to trying to get a girl's attention. Macam tak ada benda lain nak buat. And yeah, let me tell you this. Tak ada point or reason or even benefits to catcalling. Kau nak perempuan tu, tapi you're scaring them away, and lepas tu otak dia dah register muka kau as like creepy punya face, and she hates your guts. So tercapai tak matlamat kau? Tak. Sebab tu aku cakap orang suka catcalling ni rendah IQ. And okay, so tahu tak apa maksud phrase lembu babi hutan Dorothy? Kau bodoh. Yep, kau bodoh kalau kau suka catcall orang. Fucking loser. Pergi mampus, noob. Yang lain yang dengar cakap and behave semua tu, proud of you. Keep it up. Next part is kita kena cakap tentang taking inappropriate pictures. Pictures tanpa izin orang lain. Let's not hide it anymore. Aku tahu banyak sampah yang suka ambil gambar orang lain that turns them on. Orang pakai tudung aurat labuh pun ada orang nak ambil gambar. Like, what? It's not directly sexual harassment, but still. Letak hidden camera sebab nak tengok bawah skirt orang, letak hidden camera dalam tandas perempuan lah apalah. Don't you Mongols have like anything else to do? Like, I was talking to a friend about this dulu, and his response is like, I don't know why people are doing this. Pornhub is literally free. And I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, this is not me endorsing that website, just to be clear. I know everyone watches porn, but if you're like antara 1% manusia tak tengok porn, stay that way. Maybe nantilah aku cakap about porn addiction. I'll keep that as an idea as a future video. November tanpa kacang dah habis, so I hope for some people it's good training to quit porn entirely. I know earlier I said Pornhub is free, but you know what else is free? It's subscribing to this channel. Tekan like button and bell notification so that you can get your occasional injection of unapologetic, unadulterated, honest infotainment without sugarcoating dekat channel Vulgarist ni. Let's discuss about this topic in the comments below, but remember to be civil and be friends with each other, okay? The last thing yang aku nak sentuh on the things that could pass as sexual harassment is, well, Lawak Lucah. Part ni I can feel the heat juga lah sebab because as some of you would know right now, aku memang suka buat Lawak Lucah, but I will explain myself here and now sebab this is one of the things yang aku maksudkan ada blurry line between apa yang boleh and tak boleh tadi. I'll just say it outright. Lawak Lucah is okay for me as long as the statement tak ditujukan untuk anyone yang specific. It's not sexual harassment kalau kau tiba-tiba kau tengok dua pau yang anti Cina jual kat pasar and say to yourself,
oh, macam titik.
I mean, like, kalau kau sebut kuat-kuat, maybe some people would be uncomfortable and tegur about how inappropriate it is. Which is why benda penting is also knowing your audience. I love puns and I love making lame jokes. I am also, occasional degenerate who is unapologetic about being a pervert. And combining these two things, sex jokes comes to my mind naturally. Umpama sad thoughts masuk otak kau bila dah malam and kau tak boleh tidur. But I am very aware that some people are not okay with it. And so an advantage of being a social comedian like me is aku boleh adapt dengan audience aku. Kalau member aku perempuan and we are talking and aku tahu she's the alim or innocent type, I don't make stupid sex jokes. Kalau dengan kawan yang okay, aku just roll with it, but I will never make sexual comments about someone else. I feel so wrong whenever some people I used to hang out around with, the tengok an attractive woman in public, lepas tu say some really nasty stuff and the things they want to do towards that stranger. It just feels wrong. So the takeaway untuk part ni adalah sexual jokes are kinda okay, but innuendos ataupun suggesting a sexual statement about or towards someone else is not okay. Also, mind your audience. Untuk channel ni aku dah letak awal-awal dekat bawah that aku tak nak budak-budak tengok videos aku sebab it is intended for mature audiences, which I assume is the demographic yang tengok konten aku. I hope you are a part of that demography, at least. I won't lie to you. Kalau bab sexual harassment ni, I used to be a part of the problem. I used to be one of those sampah yang rendah IQ. I am one of those people yang sebut or buat benda yang and tak fikir about orang lain, about how comfortable they want to be. I'm not just a part of the problem, I myself pun the problem as well. Fortunately, aku tak pernah commit anything that can be considered a crime lagi lah. And I'm thankful for that. Aku dengan member aku pernah like satu masa ni tengah lepak kat Discord. Lepas tu I don't know apa conversation orang dalam tu tiba-tiba bercakap tentang how he is proud of being quote unquote buaya and that it excites him to do inappropriate things to women. Dude sounds really proud dengan achievement dia tu. And aku paling tak boleh belah is bila dia cakap man will be man. Aku dengan member aku terus macam tak selesa. So we got the hell out of there. Me and her discussed benda ni afterwards, and we decided to distance ourselves from the guy. Aku cerita benda ni bukan apa, aku nak korang faham that this guy and orang yang macam dia ni, these are not men. These are boys who can't grow up. I understand it's not that easy untuk counter masalah ni secara menyeluruh. Get yourself together, man. Menyeluruh dekat dunia ni. But the best we can do is spread awareness. Kalau tak berani nak tegur orang, at the very least umbah diri sendiri dulu. Share video ni or video other content creators talking about the same thing dengan orang lain, and make this world a safer place for each other. But aku sedar yang kita yang duduk Malaysia ni, not all of us dah dapat that epiphany or hidayah untuk jadi a better person. I say this a lot and I think I will say this more in the future. But I used to be such an insufferable prick. Probably still am. But aku nak berubah. And aku nak you people join me. Join aku juga dalam proses nak berubah ni. I'm working on myself. I want to do it with you guys. If korang tak sedar yang korang pun selalu menyakiti orang lain juga. I can be proud of myself because of where I am now. Aku tak ada lagi dah buat orang tak selesa with my sex jokes. Even if I do, aku minta maaf. Kalau dia tak maafkan aku, it's on me. It's on me. Tepuk tangan aku. Oh my god. Sebab memang salah aku. Admit our faults, bros. And be ready for the consequences. Alang-alang aku dah cakap about minta maaf ni, aku nak minta maaf for myself. If some of you kenal aku in real life, and for the behalf of all the degenerates out there, if you, the viewer of this video, pernah jadi mangsa sexual harassment, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm proud of you if you managed to put it behind you. Akhir kata, remember that ini adalah opinions aku, and tak semua benda yang aku cakap kat channel ni betul. Buang yang keruh, ambil yang jernih. Jangan ambil bulat-bulat apa yang aku sebut. Nilaikan dengan akal. Korang sendiri and ambil benda yang bermanfaat je. Jangan main ikut-ikut je. Be a person with pendirian korang sendiri. I guess that's about it. I'll see you guys again, hopefully. Bye.
You felt like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special, so fucking special. But I'm a creep.
Habis. Okay, so untuk korang yang tak tahu, Creep by Radiohead is actually a song from the perspective of a stalker. That's why he's a creep, because he is creepy. So don't be creepy, okay, boys and girls. I mean, like, the song is good, but just don't be a creep. Just don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Bye.
It's time to stop!